job was simple.
Hello everyone.
His desk in room 427 and
Hello everyone.
on a keyboard.
I am.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk.
I am Arrowhead.
Telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
And I'm your favorite
what employee 427 did every day
and
every month of every year.
Android VTuber.
And although others might have
And this
considered
is
it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
And this is the Stanley parable.
Stanley was happy.
I am Stanley Yelnats, and this is my parable.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
A parable.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget.
So,
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
the easiest way to
when he
describe
realized
this
that not
game
one
is that it's
single
strange.
order had
And there's a
arrived on the
narrator,
monitor for him to follow.
but he's not in
No one had
charge.
showed up
But
to give
also
him
not I
instructions,
am
call a
either,
meeting,
so...
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
No. If I press F1, what happens, do you think? So I can walk through my chair. That's one of Stanley's powers here, right? See, he's expecting me to walk up from my chair and leave. I don't play by those rules. Also, I don't know what the jump button is. Okay, fine. I guess I have to leave my office.
All of his
Like a
coworkers were
fucking
gone.
sheep.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Fucking... The doors in this building is depressing. The fuck is with the coffee? Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
You know, I get the feeling the game wants me to be a rebel and go for the door on the right. I also get the feeling that I then want to go for the door on the left because then it's less of like a thing where I'm being held captive by an omniscient god creature, but I also feel like both of them don't matter and they'll lead to the same place. Okay, maybe I was wrong in the last bit, but...
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
What
disbelief,
is
Stanley
hot?
decided to go
Profits,
up to his
profits,
boss's
profits,
office,
profits,
hoping he
profits,
might find an
profits,
answer
profits. A lot of percent. You know, that's true. Monetize, free to play. So they're making gacha games. They make gacha games here. It's a little string of light somewhere, like right here. Whatever. Anyway, everyone is unique. No, they are not. Hey, Acheron. Who is Stanley? What is this parable? I've got no clue. Welcome to the stream. How you
Coming to
doing?
a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
You know
his
what? Fuck
boss's
you.
office.
I'm going to hell.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility
Oh
of
my
facing
God.
his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in
Oh my
such
God.
a competitive
Ron
economy,
May, welcome
why
to the
had he
stream.
taken that risk?
Also, yeah, I
All
do agree.
because
That
he
is the
believed
question of all
everyone
time.
had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe
I feel like I've seen that cup
all of my co-workers blinking
Blinked.
mysteriously
Or,
out
like,
of existence
fallen
in a
before, whatever.
single
Anyway.
moment for no reason at all.
Okay, yeah.
None of it made any logical sense.
It makes some
And as
sense.
Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Yep,
why couldn't
I'm
he
now in
see
a
his
loop.
feet when he looked down?
I'm not gonna look
Why
down.
did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
That's a good question.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Oh,
Very
they
simple,
fucking knew I would try to
Stanley
go
said
down
to
the
himself,
stairs. They
"This
knew
is
it.
all too strange. This can't be real." And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. "I'm dreaming!" he yelled. "This
What if
is
I go
all a
backwards?
dream."
Okay, backwards doesn't work.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers
I will
weren't
find my way
actually
out of this
gone.
building and away
He
from this
wasn't going to
Englishman.
lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself
What the
soaring
fuck?
through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun. And Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
Wait, what am I
How
doing?
was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of
I'm
all
in a
entered
coma.
Stanley's head.
That's the truth of
One
it
he was
all.
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing
One,
itself
two,
being
B,
considered
four.
by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm
One,
dreaming
two,
about
B,
a voice
4.
describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be?
Hold up.
Was Stanley simply
Maybe he's trying
deceiving
to.
himself?
Maybe I need to figure something
Believing
out.
that if
That's his
he's
exit,
asleep,
right?
he doesn't have to take
Maybe this is the
responsibility for
exit.
himself.
No.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice
Oh my
speak these
god,
words was
Stanley has
quite
gone
shocking to
woke and he's
Stanley.
not going back to
After
sleep.
all, he knew for
Fuck you,
certain
this
beyond
game
a
will drive me
doubt
insane. It's
that this
currently
was,
driving
in
me
fact, a
insane.
dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that?
Hey,
This
Spamster
voice was a
Neo, welcome
part
to
of
the
himself
stream. I
too.
am indeed
Surely,
Stanley.
Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
I ain't going
He
back
felt
to
the cool
sleep.
weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
But none of it was real. I'm still in the
fresh
office.
air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
I'm in a
I'm through
coma.
with this dream.
I can tell. I'm in a
I
coma
wish
right
it
now.
to be over. Let me go back to my job.
Mm-hmm.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife.
Oh, I'm
my
married.
job.
Nice.
All I want is my life exactly
This first
the
ending?
way
This
it
is my
has
first
been.
ending, yeah.
My life is normal. I am normal.
I
Everything
am
will
normal,
be
guys.
fine.
I'm the most normal person that's ever existed.
I am.
Maybe I'm not an Android VTuber. That's preposterous. God damn it!
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Have you considered
Who am
starting
I? Who
streaming,
am I?
Stanley?
And everything went black.
Ow. This is my first ending. I've never played this game before. I've
This
seen a
is
lot
the
of
story
clips.
of a woman named Mariella.
Where the fuck is Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
She my wife?
She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Everyone is
But on
worried.
this
How the fuck do you
particular
manage to get the
day,
most clinically
her
insane
walk
ending in your
was
first
interrupted
playthrough?
by the body of a man
Um,
who had stumbled through town talking and screaming. to
That's a
himself,
good
then
question,
collapsed
honestly.
dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go
I
call
can't-
for
I can't help you,
ambulance, for
Akiran.
just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
I guess I just
Everyone
lucked
knew
into
what
it. I mean,
crazy
I
man
was just
looked like.
trying to
And
do
in that moment,
kind of
she
the
thought
opposite
to
of what he was
herself
telling
how
me to
lucky
do.
She was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, And in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose
This looks like a
impressions of her
Gmod
would affect her
thing.
career, and by extension, the rest
Or like
of
an
her life.
SFM like
She had
video.
no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. Everyone else is confused as fuck. I've played too much of this game. Yeah, don't worry, I'm also pretty confused. I tried staying in my office for the first little bit. That didn't seem to work.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yes,
What
yes,
did it
all my
mean?
coworkers were gone.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had
But
simply
what if
missed
I
the
do the
moment.
same thing again? Did I get the room closet ending? No, this is my
Stanley
first.
came
That
to a
was my
set of
first
two
ending.
open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth
Not gonna lie, this
admiring.
is kind of a nice
It had really
lounge.
been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, I didn't.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, I didn't. I'm going to
Stanley
the
was surprised at
warehouse.
following directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Wonder where death would
Stanley,
get
I
me.
think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in
Go
your
to check out the
trust in
other. This
someone
game was
else
originally
can
made
be
in source.
difficult,
That does
but
not
the
surprise
fact
me.
is that the story has been
In a
about
good way,
nothing
I
but
mean.
you all this time.
But yeah, I'm
There's
enjoying
someone
this.
You've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
Is it
about.
Mariella?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
I make every
I'm
decision.
not
I am
asking
my
for
own
me,
master here.
I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back
Oh, I
into
probably
your
should have hopped
life.
off and gone on that thing.
She's been waiting.
Not that I could have avoided the doors, but jump. I checked my previous statement. The ending you got was most clinically insane and wasn't really interesting. How do I jump? Let's see. Spacebar's not doing it. I don't think I'm not sure if I can jump. Oh well. I can crouch. Definitely I can crouch, but... Ah, what the fuck?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
What if I unplug
If
the
you
phone?
can truly place your... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Well, shit, I didn't
That
realize it would
wasn't supposed
work.
to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action.
Everything I do is
How's that even
incorrect.
possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second.
Oh
Did I
boy.
just see... No, that's not possible. I can't
I'm
believe it.
sentient,
Why have I
fucker!
noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Oh no.
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely.
Yeah.
It's as though you completely
More like
ignored even the
negamed
most
it.
basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that
yeah.
kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instruction.
So I
video.
shouldn't walk onto a crane.
Choice. It's
Right.
the best part of being a real person.
Nanomachine,
But if
son.
used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous.
This chemically insane ending
For
all
example,
involves the first
in this
open door you left from
scenario,
earlier. Oh,
a
nice.
hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people.
Or a
Or
world
he could spend
machine.
years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic.
See, here's the thing.
If you
They
find yourself speaking
absolutely
with a
know
person
I
who
would
does
choose
not
the
make
read
sense,
option,
in all likelihood,
which
that
makes me
person
feel
is
like I
not
should
real.
choose the other one.
Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
In what
Excellent.
order is that?
Making choices on a regular basis
What the
is
fuck?
the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical
I'm not sure I want to take
professionals
advice from
recommend
this
making
guy.
At least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less?
I
And
aim to
finally,
make
if you begin to
several
wonder if your choices are actually meaningful
after
and whether you'll
this.
ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your
Nano
thoughts
Machine,
and
son. Also, welcome to the
problems
stream,
are
Galaxy.
materially
How you doing?
insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this
Fuck is
time,
going on? Very
your
good
instructor
question.
will guide you in an exercise
I'm getting
to
guided
test and
on
reinforce the
what it
material
means to make
covered in this
choices.
video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed
Go
that
unplugged.
this room has
Oh.
begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction.
Ah, cool.
But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way,
Gotcha.
please.
Can I pick up the phone now? Cool. All right. Huh. Does he want me to? All right.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform
Fuck!
and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly.
I crave
halfway
it,
through the
though.
story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Most ending this game confuses the shit out of me. All right, yeah, I'll try that one next, I guess. If I had a card, I could open that. Does he expect me to go back to my office, or?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
First door on the left. Damn it! No, I won't. I'll make my own fate. Never mind. I will accept your fate because it is the only option at the moment. Yeah, I would have jumped there, but I couldn't, so.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Critical
I'm
little
quite
spacing
sure you'll
elevator
be
pad
up to
thing,
the
you could walk
task.
off that.
Just
I do
follow my
agree,
lead and you'll be
but-
fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly,
Comedy.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
He dropped a few papers. Is this just gonna keep getting worse if I keep turning back, or is it only once I, fine. I will go here.
Oh, it's ruined.
Yeah!
I can't believe after everything we talked about...
Anarchy!
My story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even
Let's
if
see,
there
do
were
I
a
have a
way to
jump
continue,
button
would it be worth
and
it?
just not know
to
it?
know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
No! Dang it, I could have gone through the hole to victory, but there's no jump button. Oh. Okay, that's not great.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish.
I'm here.
You, who thought you were so clever.
Reaching far across these new frontiers.
Destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground.
Yep.
What, did you think
Accurate.
that would be funny?
Yep.
You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually
I don't
knows
want
how
to
do
be
what I tell him to.
Stanley.
He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for
It's
it.
able to jump, you can listen to jumping.
That thought hadn't even
Oh,
occurred
okay.
to you,
Encounter a
has it?
circle that gives you the
That there's
hop,
a
don't waste them
world
all.
outside of
Oh,
you.
okay, I
You're
gotcha.
a child.
So I can jump occasionally,
story.
but not usually.
If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, what if... yeah, Stanley, goddammit. I'm still gonna enter the door, am I right?
No! Why did you do that?
Oh, goddammit, do I have to do the
hurry
whole thing again?
Behave exactly as Stanley
Okay,
would.
so
That
yeah,
means
that's how we're
choosing
doing this.
responsibly and always
Actually get to the
putting
bounds in the
story
unplugged ending.
first.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There we go. Now everybody's happy. Well, I'm
There
not.
was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Yes,
disbelief,
yes.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Oh,
office.
I see. You're gonna block me off? Yeah, okay, fine. Huh. Fuck, it's red up here. Alright. The beige pages. There are 2 phones.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
I am the
unraveled,
most
Stanley
expensive
wondered in
boss.
disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door?
Business strategy, he's got a gun next to a
There was
panda?
only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up.
What the
Now,
fuck?
he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code. Stanley spoke the code. Night Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall. I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did
Night
you?
Shark 115.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story.
I don't
This
actually
is
have
a
to say it,
crucial
right?
Step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not gonna do it? But you know
Motherfucker.
what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley
In the
shows for
Nintendo
his
version,
choices.
Mario was
He
originally holding a
knows
gun
what
to
it
the
means to take the
panda.
story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you,
Mario
why did
says,
you come
let's
here?
make
You
them
had a choice,
extinct.
You know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there.
I
Why
tried
did
that.
You come this way. Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You.
There we go.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered.
This is like the ending of Interstellar.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay?
So I'm Stanley.
I need you to make a choice.
Hey, I got the end.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Huh.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to
Hearing the narrator pleading with him is kind of sad.
Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me?
Oh well.
Are you there? Are you listening to this?
Narrated by Kevin Writing. I'll have to look him up later. He seems like a very fun actor.
Okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to
Sorry,
do.
Leroy. I don't know who Leroy is, but would have been even funnier if it was a Yoshi. Yeah, that would have been funny. I agree. Okay.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's see. Let's try the
Stanley
first one in the
decided
left
to go to
ending then.
meeting
That's the
room.
most
Perhaps
clinically
he had
insane
simply
one.
missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct.
Oh,
way
the
to
narrator's
meet
in
him,
cameo.
and
That's
Stanley
funny.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
Must
wanted
make
to stop
bank.
by the employee lounge first.
This
just
game is
to
very
admire
popular,
it.
very well known. I like it.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alternatively, I could just go over there and die. Actually, you
And
know
so
what?
he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I choose insanity.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's,
Or I could just go back where I came.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
It's to the right, my mistake.
That was kind of a jump scare, honestly.
No, not
Fuck.
the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Also, please fix the chat box and get a new one, because that one is slow as hell. I mean, it's just that the stream is slow as hell.
Left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely...
I need to fix the latency of this
way.
stream. I'm gonna get hit by a car, aren't I? Nope, alright. Oh, what the fuck?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
There's nowhere to really not look.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track.
This is
From the
kind of
top.
crazy. Yeah. What number employee am I again? 427? Alright, if I ever wind up back there, I'll look for that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Also,
What
it's
could it
broken.
mean?
I mean,
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
ah. Yeah, no, it definitely is broken at the moment. Let me see if I can fix that. I think it's gonna come back stronger than ever, but it also might just be gone. Used to be completely fine. I don't know what happened to it. Well, it'll either come back in a few minutes, or it will stay not there. But yeah, I will try to improve that later. Thank you for the suggestion.
When Stanley... Wait, what?
Oh,
No,
you did
no,
this,
I
you
restarted
fucking
this. I
narrator.
definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Could you
I'm not
imagine,
sure
like,
it
a
was here
serial killer
somewhere.
kidnapping you
Okay,
and making you act out a
it's an
script that he
adventure.
made, but you don't
Come,
know any
Stanley.
answer to it other than the
Let's
fact that it
find
exists?
the story.
This is back where I came from, I think, but... There are many ways this can go, and they're probably all the same. Let's find out what exactly we're doing here. Okay. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise
Okay.
you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? I find it
No.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh boy. Stanley realized he missed the stream of his personally favorite Oh, yeah. Welcome, Arfarius. Welcome
All
to
of
the
his
stream.
coworkers were gone.
How you doing?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I ain't missed shit. I don't know what it's talking about. There are no doors.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
It's like he got hit in the head with a hammer in between telling this story and the last one. And how much you want to bet the doors are all gone here, too? Oh, I thought that was a person. Okay. Just gonna turn off all their computers. You know, they are wasting power if they leave it on. Power is important. I like having it.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our
What
steps.
in the actual hell is up with this building? Huh.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this
Am
the
I in
story?
Ravenholm?
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
I...
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey! I got the fucking dub!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
I ran away with the bag.
Oh, no, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work
Oh, I'm
for
gonna be
that
the best
win.
character soon?
Some
Oh,
people
nice.
win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart. All right,
Oh,
I've got
boy.
a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple
Who
is that?
farted?
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Alright. You say so. How can I mess up following a line? Good question. The answer is... be as directionally challenged as I can physically manage, which is very...
You see?
I like how
The
that
line knows
swerves
where
to
the
avoid
story
boxes.
is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence
Everything's
is in
blocked
fact
off. I can't
a
go anywhere.
byproduct of one's subjective experience of
He's
that
thought of
existence,
everything.
right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
Yes?
Got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Not gonna lie. My brain does hurt a little bit. The adventure line. You know, I gotta be honest with this, I do like this character a lot just already. He's a good little guy.
Wait, cut the music.
Curves in all
Go
the right
back
places.
and look at that fern.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Oh, no, not again.
I
Line, how
am
could
back.
you have done this to us? And after we trusted you. After
427.
everything we've been
I can
through,
see my number on there. I don't think it's
No,
gonna do
I can't
anything.
take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
You will never start me over again. Truly.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure. Granted, this has not worked out for us before,
Yes,
but yeah.
This is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again.
God damn it, he broke
Stanley,
in.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I mean, I'm not gonna tell the line it can't be here, but I will say...
A choice.
No, we
get
don't.
to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So
That is
I
my
know
specialty.
that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right
What?
door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic.
Right.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
Fuck, I was gonna go with the left one.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending.
Ah.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times?
Huh.
That's really how all this goes? It's all...
Find a bookstore? What am I gonna do with the bookstore?
So now,
I get bored
according
and
to
leave.
the
Okay.
schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
This
it
is like...
insulted me.
This
Why
is
don't I
like
get to
some
decide? Why
eldritch,
don't I get a say in
like
all of this?
horror
Is it
kind
really?
of stuff.
No, it can't be. I don't want it
Like,
to be. I don't want the
This is
game to keep
Lovecraftian with
restarting.
like something
I don't
like
want to
that
forget what's
controls
going
my
on.
brain and makes me
I
go
don't
through
want to be
these
trapped
loops like this.
I won't restart the game. I won't. do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
If we're
I
lucky.
don't even know. Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
Maybe.
So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
In a manner of speaking,
I'm
yeah.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that
Both.
life
Also,
is
these
about
lead to
the
the same
journey
place.
and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you
Uh-huh. All right.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Eventually,
Perhaps
I'll
he'd simply
find
missed a
further
line.
endings, I guess. Alright. Didn't they ever just ask if we were in his corpse? Yeah, he did ask that.
When
He
Stanley
did.
came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Now
Perhaps he
I'm gonna
wanted to stop by
try
the
jumping
employee
off onto the
lounge
catwalk
first,
in the
just
middle
to
of the
admire
thing.
it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, the fuck I didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look,
Hey, why can't you
Stanley,
make
I
a
think
posh
perhaps
British
we've
voice?
gotten off on the
Oh, I
wrong
can
foot
make a
here.
posh British
I'm
voice,
not
but I can
sure
only use it to
really
insult
am.
Stanley.
I realize that investing in
I'm
your
not very
trust in
good at
someone
it.
else can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I'm
story
not
has been about
very
nothing
good
but
at it.
you all this time. There's someone
All right.
you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
I
that
do.
convinced that I
Oh,
want
fuck,
something
there's the
bad to happen
line.
to you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Oh god, am I gonna have to go back to the basement? I don't want to go back to the basement, to the garage, to the point where I go crazy.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
Okay.
Stanley walked through the red door.
You know what? I'll trust the narrator.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I
wonder
really
how many
have
lines of
wanted you to
dialogue
be
this guy
happy
had to
all this
do.
time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't like the solution. Or the fact that there are 2 of them. Fine. 3, 2, 1.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Is that a guillotine or a door?
Here.
Or space?
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel
It's
happy.
pretty nice, actually. All these lights are gonna try to kill me in a sec, aren't they? All the lights in the sky are stars. Oh fuck, and we've got like other little stars around here too. It's nice. Can I float out amongst them? Oh, no. The eye in the sky. I feel like I'm supposed to leave at some point, because it seems like it's just repeating the same things with different colors. I'm gonna head out.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I'm sorry, man.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
You know what? I'll do you a solid. I'll go back down the stairs. Back to the little star room, if I can. If that door's shut, though. That door's shut. I am going to, you know, do the stair thing.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay.
This is a very pretty shade of pink, or red, or whatever it is. Oh. Oh no, it's not the British. Oh, my chat's fixed, I think. Alright, time to go.
No. What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die. What about this isn't getting through to you?
You will die. You know what? Nah, he's right. Death is scary. You shouldn't do it.
You are going to stay here, aren't you?
In theory. I don't know what's about to happen, but since these are the last colors that are around here, and there aren't any more spawning in... Oh, well... See, if I was positive that this was actually going to lead to something... Do a German accent. Hello, I am Hans. I like the Volkswagen and other things. My accents need a lot of work, ultimately. Narrator, we both know what I gotta do. Narrator, I barely know her.
No! Oh.
Oh.
Thank God. You lived. No. No. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back.
One day we'll be free. I promise you that, but for now... Ow.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Aw, there's a little picture here of someone being happy.
Perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see. You'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you?
I can see lots of things, but most of them are just weird colors.
No, perhaps not.
Iku. Hello, my friend Beast. Will you suck these nuts? These nuts?
My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over?
I don't dislike it. No, I like it a lot.
Kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Look. There's no ending to this if I stay. There will be an ending to all this eventually, but for now, this. Holy fuck. I'm still alive? Okay, I thought 3 would really do it.
I just wanted us
sorry, Stanley.
But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
Maybe I just need to keep giving him...
Stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I mean, I do want to keep this because it's happy, but... You know, I don't want to...
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Yeah, you were right not to think so. Hey, Firewall. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? I'm making the narrator go through emotional turmoil at the moment, but I'm not doing it intentionally. I know we can't be happy here. I know it. It's not in our nature. Him, the narrator. Me, the Stanley. Which one of us is the soy jack? We'll never find out if we stay here.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
We're going to loop. And I will pick the other door this time.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered.
No, the fuck I didn't.
Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the
I should have
way
waited for him to finish his dialogue, but I didn't, and now the rage from that is going to propel me forwards. Even faster.
Just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took
I
the first
never
open
understand
door.
true happiness.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot
A
here.
fall to the bottom
I'm not
would
sure
kill
you
me,
really
definitely,
are.
but...
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it.
I'm doing just fine, Firewall. How you been doing?
Side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important.
Right.
Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there?
Yes.
You want to find out what
I
lies
will
at the
break
end of
past
this
the
road
wall
you've
and free
chosen?
humanity
Well,
from the
don't let me
Titans.
Stop you.
This
You
is that
see,
room again, isn't
There's
it?
nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms,
What's the matter with the narrator of Scholarship Birmingham?
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth
Stanley,
ruining
you
the entire
absolute
story I'd
fuck.
written out
Get back in your
specifically for
office.
you?
Follow the
Do you not
lane.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this
I don't
is
know, I
what
kind
you
of like
wanted
the
to
English
see.
accent. The English accent
Help me,
kind
Stanley. Help
of gives it an
elucidate
air
this
of
strange and unknowable
authority, maybe?
desires of
I don't know.
yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Sure.
Work with me. You give me absolutely nothing.
Imagine a
so
skill
far.
tree where I learn accounting and I can do that for the
Let me
company
take
now.
a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option.
You know
This
what?
already feels leaps ahead of where
Sure.
we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a... Okay, I'm
Now
gonna
I'm in
stop you
Portal.
there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yes. Oh.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of
I
inspiration
think this
come
is quite
from?
posh and
How did
wise,
I
yeah.
know the game
Ah,
needed a
Stanley, you
third
wee,
door?
little wee fat
Well,
fuck.
it's instinct mostly.
You should just do it at fucking say to put 10 pounds of
I really
cocaine in
couldn't
your
say where
coffee,
the
you
idea came
wanker.
from, except that
Basically,
I
yeah.
felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Uh-oh.
To be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you
Oh.
say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
In all
Again,
honesty,
honest answers,
yes. I don't know if these stats are real. I'm guessing, like, this game, honestly, it's kind of hard to tell. Stanley 427. I am Arrowhead, I'll have you know. Fuck. Fuck. Guys. Guys. I fucked up. I done diddly, I fucked up. I'm stuck. Why did I think this was a good idea? Why did I try this? It was dumb from the start. If I vibrate hard enough... If I vibrate hard enough, I can get through. Okay, I'm not trying to give everyone a seizure, so I'll stop that. But, like, you know... Let me out! Let me out! No! Alright, well... begin the game again. I kind of have to. I am a buffoon, I am a monkey, I'm a mong. I deserve all of that.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
I'm drinking a lot of water today. Alright.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
You're
and Stanley
damn
knew it perfectly
fucking
well.
right I don't
Perhaps he
know.
wanted to stop by the
Or that I
employee
know.
lounge first, just
You
to
intelligent
admire it.
artificial machine. Yeah.
Stanley
Accurate.
felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room?
You sent me a
I
message
mean,
first. Yeah, I live in
Truly,
Smithwick.
truly, deeply.
You sent me a message first. Yeah, I live in Smithwick,
Love.
Birmingham. If you want to fucking brawl, come down Smithwick. Ask for Stanley. I'll come out of my house and grate your fucking legs.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the
Yes,
first open door on
indeed.
his left.
Okay, so going back to the blue door because I feel like that worked somehow.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
Actually,
years
you know
ago.
what? Do not jump from the cargo lift while in motion. It will cause death. I'm gonna try jumping on some of those boxes down there because it might break my fall from the truck. Or then I can get to the
I'm
truck.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story, and
Okay.
no one gets to tell
Death
him what
was
to
not
do,
the answer.
Stanley leapt from the platform and
Not this
plunged
time.
to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Nice, that's what I was going for.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
How many variations
Stanley
in the
decided
opening
to
bit
go
do
to the
they
meeting
have?
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did most of the budget for this game go to just paying the voice actor? I hope for his sake that it did,
Stanley
but
came
yep.
to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he
I
wanted
know
to stop
everything.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic.
I
Like
want
a
one
combination
point
of
for it
much
to have like a
smaller
golden
version and
throne
a much
in it,
larger
you know?
version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was but eager to get back
What
to
the
business.
fuck was that?
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
The happiest person in Birmingham. Oh, you also finished Ragnarok. Yeah, the Ragnarok monster itself was,
Stanley was so bad at following directions,
in all
it's
honesty, it
incredible
did
he
not
wasn't
help. In
fired
fact, it
years
only
ago.
hurt. Yeah, that wasn't great. But, you know.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really?
I will do whatever it takes to win freedom.
Consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Fine. Do as you will. For now. I'm not doing the red door again, though, because that was the problem.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think
I almost got through to the other side.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley.
Okay.
You want to know
Back
so
on this ending,
badly
but
what's
ideally
out
not
there?
stuck
You wanna
this time.
find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building
yes,
this
this
section of the
room.
map because you were never
I
supposed
like
to
it.
be here in the first place. Broken rooms.
What happens if I say I
exposed
want
developer
fewer
textures.
choices?
Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Look, I like
Help me
debug
here, Stanley.
menus,
Help
okay?
elucidate these
Like, they
strange
help.
and unknowable desires of yours. What would have
I
made
just
this
used this
game
goddess
better?
just to Kaisen.
What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Just imagine
Skill
Sukuna's like,
trees?
hello,
Work with me. You've
Yuji.
given
And
me
then
absolutely
Yuji in his head is like,
nothing so far.
what the fuck you want?
Take a
You're
stab
really
in the dark
agitating
when
me, you know.
design, and you can give me
And
some
Sukuna
feedback.
realizes he made a huge mistake.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps
Perfect.
ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to
Yes.
be honest. I'm looking for
I
some
want
real critical
more.
feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do
What would
these
happen if
flashes
I
of
said
inspiration come
no?
from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
More
You can't teach that,
choices.
Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay, I'm not going back through the door of doom. Yeah. I guess I'd already explained this to me, so it's not gonna do it twice. Let's go right side. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I mean, like a 3. I like it, but like not a lot.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting.
Ooh.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
Sure.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh no.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right.
I want to
and if
save
he
the baby,
reaches
but at the
fire,
same
you
time,
fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family
let me guess,
life.
even if I
I
press
think
it,
the
it's still not going to go
article will
back.
really take
As a
notice.
metaphor for this
But
game.
of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite
I gotta
me?
be honest, I was
Because if it's the
curious.
latter, well, I don't know what to do.
Oh, I'm
I'm
sorry,
completely out of
baby.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Oh my
Let's
god,
see.
save the...
What do we have here?
There's an Easter egg. Oh, really?
Yes. This seems like it'll work.
The-
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah, you know, to be fair, this is exactly why no one will ever sponsor me. That's true. Oh, it's that fire
What do you
fire
think this game is
game.
about,
What's
Stanley?
it called? I forgot.
What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
I think it was that our
Well, it
wife
seems
had dementia or
obvious to me
something.
that you are meant to play as a creepy man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for
What was
some
this game
sort
called?
of
Firewatch?
twisted, erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total
I guess they
mental
also made this.
depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it
Who
seems there's
fire
even
watches
more.
the fire
Come,
watch? Who
let's
fire
venture
watches the
out
fire
and
watch?
See what else is out there.
This is a nice little apartment, honestly. Not huge, doesn't have a lot to it, but you know, overall, I don't hate this. I did not think this was a bad place. Could use a TV. But overall, probably get decent signal up here. Plus, how's a fire gonna climb all the way up here? There's propane. Oh fuck.
Oh no.
It's called Fire. That was it. Yeah, Firewatch. Did they really put an entire other ass game in the... I realize it's not a full game, but like...
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it
Jonesy
off.
Lake. Is this Fortnite? Oh fuck.
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No
Stanley
right
almost
or
got
wrong
lost in
directions,
Breath of the
no
Mild.
path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls.
Oh god.
Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Yeah, Earthwatch, you doof. Water Watch, Fire Watch is Fire Watch.
I think this will be just the thing.
Oh god, yeah. Oh fuck, we're Rocket League.
Wonderful. See,
Nice.
this is exactly
Which is
what
now
I
in
had
Fortnite,
mind.
which basically makes
Just
us
a nice
Fortnite.
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is
Am I gonna get hit by a
gamified.
car?
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I don't know where I am. I'm gonna score a goal. Hold
Okay,
on.
so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what
Sports
fun.
ball.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
That's about right.
I
Yeah.
think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh fuck.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I fell into
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I
infinity.
can't help you.
This
How
is
will
just
you write
Portal
a
at this
story
point.
without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. Let's see. What do we got here? Nope. All right. Inexplicably, I have evaded the narrator, which is what I've been trying to do, kind of. But kind of miss him. This place is a little bit creepy and run down. Maybe it's a horror game. Maybe not. That's apparently some kind of wall, as opposed to a door. Huh. Anywho, alright. Maybe this is a lesson to not go out of bounds, because if I do, I get scared by myself. What the fuck is on that computer? Huh. I hope Mahito never comes back. No, fuck that guy. Okay, so we got government computers here. We got a big blue screen. We got... Nothing else for me to do in here? Wait, is this... Oh, this is my room. This is my office. like, elsewhere. I have a feeling the narrator's gonna catch up eventually.
I wonder what he found.
Hmm.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Bro, I have
wonder
no
if
idea
he's
what the
happy with
fuck
his
just
choice,
happened.
And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes.
Remember how in Doom Eternal you could obtain the OG Doom and Doom 2 games that are actually playable within Doom Eternal as an unlockable? That was cool. That was also cool in Wolfenstein when they did that, yeah. Both of those had that thing where you could unlock it and, like, find it in game, and I thought that was, like, a really fun way to add that. Especially because Doom apparently can run in a toaster, so it probably didn't even, like, mean much to add it to the game. It's fun. And there's this again. Alright, I'm thinking, like, one more ending, and then we call it for now.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Well, I'm not just gonna turn down this door.
New content? What does that mean, new content?
Hey. Ooh. Ooh. New. And content.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013.
One of the enhanced versions of MGS3, I think it was called Metal Gear 3 Substance, had both the original NES and Metal Gear 1 and 2 as unlockables. Oh! Yeah, I think the, I think they also included with the current games, but it's not, or with the Master Collection. But it's not, like, unlockable in-game, so I guess that's a little different.
Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
Okay, I like that. Good.
Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I wonder what that way leads to. Huh.
Okay,
Oh boy.
So far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but
Yeah,
I'm
well,
sure
BioShock
it's
started
just
with an
the beginning
elevator,
of
and
a
that game was fantastic,
mesmerizing
so sure.
adventure.
Is there like a button I press, or
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or oh, there we go.
Isn't it weird how
All
Metal Gear
right,
Solid 1 is
finally,
technically
at
Metal Gear
long last,
3,
it's
and
on to the
then
new
Kojima changed the name so
content.
they wouldn't
I've
confuse the
never
rest of the
been
world
more
who were never
ready.
exposed to the
Let's do
NES
it.
games? I feel like he just succeeded in confusing people in other ways, though. Like with the clones and
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley
everything.
Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right.
Oh, it's the jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Can I still jump outside of it? Nope. Alright. I'm so close to completing my jump counter. This is like Cookie Clicker, but with jumping. Oh. I thought I was doing a challenge. Never mind. Alright, well.
Is that it?
No more jumps for me.
Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
In Mario,
If this is
yeah.
new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Oh, it's behind me.
Yes.
Alright.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
The first ever video game prostate exam.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
I'm gonna
This
wrap
is
my head
what
around
happens
MGS2's
when
ending. Like, yeah, I
greedy
understand the message
video
Kojima was trying to pass to me, but the way he
developers
presents it
with
is so
no
much
respect for
confusion
their
that...
fanbase rush a cheap
Yeah.
expansion to market for
That
no
and also
reason
the
other
whole,
than
like,
to make an
the thing of how the
easy
characters
dollar.
seem
And
to
don't
know
get
they're
me
in a video
started on the
game,
level
but,
of
like,
craftsmanship
they're
that's gone
not.
into it. In fact, I'm looking right now
And
at
then-
the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed
Oh
off
my
on this?
God.
I'm infuriated.
Like an AI
and
talking
I'm
to Ryden
offended.
during the ending? I
intend
think
to
so,
flame these people on Twitter
but I
and
don't
hold
remember
them
the specifics.
personally
We'll see when I play it again in a while.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new.
But yeah, there was a lot of
content,
really
I'm afraid.
weird
It could never have lived up
stuff.
to such
Like, don't get me wrong, I think
expectations.
MGS2 might be my
If you're
favorite
still
one,
with me,
arguably.
why don't we just reset
But
the
my
game?
understanding of
We'll
everything
try to get
after
back to
many
what
years
the
of not
Stanley
playing it,
Parable is really about.
admittedly, is not
No
as good as it could have
frills,
been.
No gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always.
Alright.
What do you say, friend?
Are they actually in the Matrix? I think they know they're in a video game, is my understanding. Because they make the, like, Psycho Mantis even says the whole thing of like, oh, I'll know if you plug in the controller, and Ocelot says stuff like, I'll know if you're using auto fire, and things like that in Metal Gear Solid 1.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I
Alright,
want to
no.
show you something. Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise
No, I do.
I made for you? Well, fine. You're a... Oh, never mind. You're not a dog.
Huh. Oh, you got me a coffee nut thing and a screwdriver. Thanks.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away
Oh.
here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a
Thanks,
look.
narrator. This is pretty fucking cool.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see,
Oh, this is
Stanley,
kinda
doesn't
nice.
the Memory Zone remind you of how
Stanley
wonderful
Parable.
Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a
And
cheap
the
re-release?
audience award.
Remember back in October of 2013? when the
And
game originally
a
launched?
mask.
Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The Stanley Parable. Da 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 da. There's a disc. It's the soundtrack. I think it's for a vinyl. Me first dollar. I'm guessing that's the demo screen. Unachievable. Don't play the game for 5 years. I didn't... Oh yeah, I also heard there was an achievement for not playing for 10 years. That, to me, that sounds great. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Just pat yourself on the back there, why don't you? Stanley Parable deals tough choices. Is that an actual newspaper or like... Yeah, whatever. And that's where we died. I think. Aw, that's a nice view. I'm gonna get copyright struck for the song, I know it.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every
This is
game
a nice
ever
game.
created."
I like it.
Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
I mean, this
It
is
was
pretty good
literally
too.
every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And
Man, I
now
should have bought that version.
It's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk. with an hour of new elevator content.
I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Fine. What's down here? Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to go down there anyway, to be honest, but. Mind control facility, that said. First of the year.
Here's another moving passage, this
There's
time
something
from
here I'm missing.
GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I kind of get that idea. But at the same time, it's also funny that they made more of it.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
We're going to the
What's
shanties.
down here? Oh,
Shantytown,
no.
or whatever it
God,
is.
No, Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I
Yep,
haven't looked at these
Steam
in
reviews.
years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh god.
Honestly,
Wow,
I could not
Buglivia.
play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the
Like a
game is
whoopee
already
cushion?
such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Like how I'm ignoring my wife.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone
Notice
who
how there
prefers
is a recommended
non-linear
one
games, this
right
preachiness
there
gets
and behind
annoying
it.
fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness.
Noodle shop.
This is actually quite shocking for me. I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear.
This is like reading
What an
YouTube
awful
comments after
memory
you've
to
made a
have to
video,
hold
like,
on
or
to.
creating anything
These
in
black
that matter.
marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record.
There's always gonna be someone who doesn't
feel
like it. That's just kind of life.
like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Yeah, but you gotta think about all the
Perhaps
people we
the
made
Stanley
happy, though.
Parable isn't quite as
Like, think about what
stirring
I
as I've
do.
always
My
remembered.
streams make people who like VTubers and who hate VTubers, and really just most people, angry. They look at mine and they're like, fuck that guy. Because I make the barely nowhere jokes, and let's be real here, although I find those hilarious, they're actually extremely funny and no one likes them because they have horrible sense of humor. Essentially, what I'm trying to get across here is that I am correct and no one else is.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations
Well,
of what's happening.
I mean,
I wish there was a skip button.
I did have to wait sometimes, but
A skip button? Well,
I think Kojima was just too lazy
Yes, I
to
think
flesh
we
out
can do that.
explanations
If
for
I'm
why
truly too
Psycho
preachy,
Mantis knows
then-
about your games you've
then
played
maybe
or
letting
controllers
you skip
plugged it in.
ahead for just a moment, surely
Use your
it could hurt.
testicular torsion
Not
wizardry.
if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only
Oh my
positive
God.
reviews of the Stanley Parable.
We're
That's
gonna
my
censor
motto
it?
today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my
It's a ladder or a
profound
step ladder?
ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a
But
description of it.
honestly,
but
I
if
wouldn't
had to
be surprised if
describe
those were like
I'd say it was
amalgamated
perhaps
from
less
actual
of a
reviews. Like if they
rumination
saw people
and
complaining
more
about
of a
that and just
treatise.
made fake ones.
Or maybe a manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps, to be... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping
How
through
much
is
time has
becoming
passed?
longer and longer. That
Where
last
am I?
one was-
What year
well,
is it?
I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at
Well,
any
just do
rate,
what I do.
do
Talk to
suggest
yourself
that we
until someone
not
actually
press
shows
the
up,
button
and
again.
then talk to
I
them.
think the skip
And when they
button has
leave,
been
keep
aptly
talking to yourself.
demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here? Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness.
Not for long, sucker!
Stanley, I think it's been a week.
The plant is dead.
2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to
Then
speak.
continue. Am I gonna be in Skyrim next?
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
I've tried.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time.
Then keep feeling regret. I didn't kill him, did I? To be fair, those type of reactions you're about to get from a game that focuses so much on the art of the expensive gameplay, kind of like Scorn. Yeah, I think that's true. I think you gotta at least have some kind of like gameplay. But either way, in general, I do enjoy this game. I feel like part of it is you have to know what you're getting into before you get into it. There's not a bomb, is there? Do I need to change the smoke detector battery, or like... Huh. How many times am I gonna have to press this to leave?
The game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us.
I think it's
it wasn't
funny.
enough. They had to leave a pathetic
Not
little
extremely, but, you know,
thumbs-down
it's
review
like,
and
it's not
make
trying to be.
all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability, it's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack
I would
of
skip, but this
cohesion
is
in one's
a
assessment of
very
others.
good little
But of
monologue
course,
here.
Absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulge
Yeah,
in every
I kind of agree
fleeting
with that,
whim
actually.
for no reason other than to do so? Yes!
Not the thing that it's a crime, the thing what he's talking about in general.
It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives.
That is true.
It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
The only thing inside me is a lot of different compartments that I forgot what they do.
Emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the
Like, yeah, what you've created what traditionally we call art, but doing so you basically took everything that makes a game. Honestly, actually, that's a good point, yeah. I mean, there are choices at least. It's basically a choose-your-own-adventure book, but it's a game.
What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it.
You sound pretty mad.
I am the calm center of gravity around which these
You don't sound calm.
hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse.
One of those things.
They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something.
The funniest part is, I think it's just the narrator saying this. I don't think the narrator worked in the game. Unless he did, at which point, he's very talented, but like...
This whole time, they are mired in fear and insecurity, and cannot help but attempt to tear me down.
You think he expected that to have me press the button? Where's the door? How the fuck do I get out of here? Oh god. Alright, what awaits?
The end is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end,
is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never.
All in all, I'm doing pretty well right now. Something I also want to talk about. Some people wonder why games are considered art. Well, I mean, some games I don't think are even trying to be for the most part. I think it takes a specific kind of game, and even then, it's like, if they're good art, they're not always great games, you know? Oh fuck. You maniacs! You blew it up! How many years have come and gone since I pressed that button the first time? How many years? Think, Mark! Can I have my companion cube? I'd appreciate it. Oh. Oh, everything's devastated. Where the fuck am I going with this? What happened while you were gone? A lot. Turned into a horror game. Now I'm stuck hurtling through time. The narrator's gone. Ah, fuck. You gonna pop out, buddy? You done? Oh, there's a hole. I outlasted everything. I'm the last one standing. Everyone's got the most depressing ending. By the definition of art games aren't art, nor should they strive to be, because doing so takes away everything that makes them unique among visual media. Oh yeah, this was a very depressing ending for the narrator. Now I wander the desert. I am Mad Max. Oh, narrator. The end, I think, for now. Alright, I think I'll let things go there for now. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Arrowhead, your favorite VTuber Android. My next stream is tomorrow, where I'll be playing... Checking my schedule. Dave the Diver! That's a fun game, everyone says that. Like you said, you may create art, but you'll end up with a pretty bad game overall. Yeah, you kind of lose the game part at some point in the middle there. You gotta... I feel like there's a certain medium you can find where it has like a good story and all that, and it works with the gameplay. But I don't know, that's pretty rare to find. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be playing Dave the Diver. Hope to see you all there. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And goodbye for now. See ya, everyone. Bye, my... God! Take care, everybody.